Hey there, folks. Just give me a second. I've got to close my doorway to another dimension that may or may not be heaven. Ah, that's better. Well, today's topic is going to be my childhood. Yes, again. Because I am trying to move a lot of emotion so I can become a little more sane. So, I want to warn my Gen X viewers that this may get earnest and downright maudlin. That's your trigger warning. Basically, my childhood was terrible. I spent a lot of those years with no friends, no support from family. Teachers barely tolerated me, although I didn't know it at the time, thank God. I was extraordinarily alone, and all those years alone really hurt. You're not supposed to grow up in isolation. That's not good for people. I sometimes wonder how I'm as sane as I am. And the thing about not getting what you need as a child is that it's an absence. It's a lack. And so it doesn't really stand out when that's your normal. Like, it took a lot of years for me to even realize, be able to conceptualize that I'd had a terrible childhood. I just kind of treated everything like it was normal, or I guess maybe what I deserved. But it was awful. At the time, I didn't even grasp that I wasn't getting what I needed. My parents didn't exactly encourage me to ask for what I needed, or think about what I needed, or communicate to them in really any way. Preferred I didn't remind them that I existed, that I'd happened. Because I was unplanned. I would say, extremely unplanned, in that when I was conceived, my mother had already had a tubal ligation, aka getting her tubes tied. So I defied a tubal ligation to be conceived. I started off life as extremely improbable. And throughout my childhood, I was not treated like my three older siblings. Basically, I spent my childhood apologizing for being alive. People were always sort of pissed off at me. To them, I was an invader, I suppose. My three siblings had been had on purpose. I had not. So I felt like I had to minimize myself, to fade into the woodwork, to become part of the wallpaper, because my existence irritated people. no one really wanted me around. I grew up with a profound sense that I was always in trouble, essentially. And so, no wonder I took to just staying in my room all the time. At least in my bedroom, there was no one disapproving of me, no one being aggravated by my presence. And I became severely withdrawn. I still am. I haven't figured out how to unwithdraw myself, except maybe by trying to shift a lot of old emotions. And the loneliness is like it bites into your soul. It gnaws at you. I mean, I didn't just have no friends at school. I was the lowest of the low. I was the absolute bottom of the pecking order. The special ed kids got treated better than I did. Because when I arrived at school, everyone was a year ahead of me because I hadn't gone to kindergarten. I was tested, and they found out that I was extraordinarily bright. There's a story attached to that, but I don't feel like telling it at the moment. And so they decided I didn't, quote unquote, need kindergarten. Yeah, I did. Because when I showed up at grade 1, everyone was a year ahead of me socially. I needed the social learning opportunity of kindergarten. But I didn't get that. Two best friends at the time, Trish, the girl next door, and Janet, the girl from across the street, they went to kindergarten. And so there was a year when I was 5 where my friends were gone for half the day because kindergarten was just the morning. So I'd be very excited when they got home and we could play. They were a year older than me, so they got into grade 1 before I did. I had that awkward year. And then when I finally got to school, they didn't want anything to do with a dork like me. I was social poison. Ain't that a kick in the teeth? Not the last time I'd be betrayed by friends. Oh well. It was a long, cold, lonely childhood. Cold is what I feel when I look back on it. Cold that gnawed its way into my heart. And not only that it caused me to withdraw even further, it left me numb. I did eventually have friends in grades 6, 7, and 8. Not always the greatest of friends, but I was always anxious around them, but at least I knew some people. We hung out. We played D&D. We listened to heavy metal. You know, like good 80s teens. played video games, and so forth and so on. That's it, though. I didn't have any friends outside those 3 years. That's the problem. I don't know where to end this. A lot of bad shit in my past, including being sexually assaulted when I was 4 years old. So that didn't exactly set me on a path to success. That changed me from being the cheerful, charismatic, easy charm, lovable, adorable kid I'd been. Kid who's just used to being the center of attention wherever he goes, because that just seems to be the rules of the universe, and changed me into a shattered, nervous, withdrawn, and shy, timid creature. The one that you see today. Although I'm getting better. There's probably more. This is already pretty freaking long. I guess that's all for me for today, folks. I will talk to you nice people again tomorrow. Bye-bye. Alright, let's get this done. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Or if you hated this video, please like and subscribe. Or if you didn't even really care, please like and subscribe. Just like and subscribe. No matter what, I don't care. I just want the money. Every single time I make a video, there will be footage of me rubbing my nose. Somehow doing this makes my nose itch. Go fig.